trying to lead their team to victory. It's Bortles' Jaguars going up against Fitzpatrick's Jets. With that, let's send you up to MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. We're standing by as our announcing team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. Gentlemen.
Marshall, the lone receiver on the left side. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now Fitzpatrick drops it underneath to Forte. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Matt Forte, his first touchdown as a New York Jet, and the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Now the return, Rashad Green. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here's the AFC's leading rusher a year ago, Chris Ivory. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And the box that's highlighted is for Hearns on this offense.
Do you have your track shoes available? Because Allen Hearns is a guy that gets you on your horse if you're trying to defend him. He can take anyone deep and win on any route.
9 yards still remaining here to pick up the first on 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Bortles. Buying time to his left. Give him 9 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They run with their short yardage man, Ivory. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Smart approach there, using the run to pick up the first. And that was a defensive setup they'd prepared for this week, knowing that keeping it on the ground was the best way to attack it.
And that means also that they're able to read them pretty well. All the things they prepared for, when they get to the line of scrimmage, they see it in pre-snap recognition and know exactly how to attack based on their planning and preparation.
Throwing on first down is Bortles. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 2nd down, Ivory evades the tackler, and now some space. And there's a flag on the play. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. On first down, Bortles. Caught out left side by Robinson. It's a nice pickup at 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that?
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Chris Ivory scoring a touchdown against his former mates. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Set to return. Here's Raheem Mostert. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Here's Matt Forte with his first carry. A gain of 3, second down. So the carry that time for Forte, a man who turned 30 last December, Charles.
And he wants to make sure we forget about that with his new team, the New York Jets. But we do know that 30 is the dreaded age for runners.
And Forte so experienced, more touches than anybody else in the NFL the last 8 years. Fitzpatrick now. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And here are the starters offensively. And one of the wideouts, Eric Decker.
Remember when he came out of school, out of Minnesota, many thought he was nothing more than a number 2 or 3 receiver? He's proven everyone wrong. He's a guy who's a high-volume catcher and a terrific player downfield.
Second down, Fitzpatrick. Over the middle, and it's caught. Brandon Marshall. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Shift together here from the D-line. On 1st down, this is Forte. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And time to take a look at the Jaguar defense.
Jared Odrick is fast becoming one of the best anchor defensive ends in the NFL.
Forte, the lone running back. And they'll send the slot in motion left. And he'll get it up the middle. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. So 2nd down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on 3rd. Marshall, the lone receiver on the left side. On 3rd down, Fitzpatrick. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
And that is a shake. Oh, it's no good. Off to the right. And in this first quarter of play, this will remain a tie ball game. So they'll come away with nothing here. A disappointing result even on a day like this.
And as a kicker in the rain, you've got to slow things down a little bit. Give your holder an extra half second to make sure everything's secure. And here, he might have rushed this one a little, and it winds up no good.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Okay, I don't want to bring money into it, but I'm going to. You know what your best contract negotiations are?
Good years.
Production. Chris Ivory, his first 1,000-yard season in New York, Parlayed it into a nice deal with Jacksonville, and they expect the same results.
Yeah, nice 5-year deal indeed. Bortles to throw on second down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was looking to get it to Allen Hurns that time. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. And a look now at how the Jets line up defensively.
David Harris is a playmaker at inside linebacker and also one of the most durable guys in the league.
Bortles to throw on 3rd and 1. Underneath to Ivory. Shreds the tackle. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. They were ready for what the defense was showing. They had prepared for that look, recognized it, went straight to the air, got the first. Well done.
Love the recognition because you can prepare for everything. You can watch the tape and put together your game plan, but you still have to understand what they're doing in terms of what they're showing and be able to adjust accordingly, and they did exactly that.
Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he'll be down deep into Jet territory. A big play there, Bortles to Robinson. 43 yards. First and goal here from the 9. They'll try to run with Ivory. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number. 2, and they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. And some real confusion here. They won't even get to the line. Now Allen. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Marquise Lee, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. And he'll bang that one through. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. So out now come the Jets. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
He's got time in the pocket. He finds the rookie, Sharon Peete. A very solid gain of 27.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they could do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Now a run. This is Bilal Powell. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
One of the toughest things for an offensive lineman to learn is the ability to get in space and hit people who are moving targets. And linebackers are not easy ones to hit because they know how to move, juke, and make you miss. And that's exactly what he did on that play. A nice play for the defense.
Second down. And Anderson's got it. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a third down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
On third down, Hackenberg. And he's got Peete. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I have to admit, partner, that I often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
They'll run again. Again, it's Powell. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 4 yards on the pickup there, as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for a first. So following the run, we'll see what they do here on third down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Hackenberg from the gun on third. Peek's got it over the middle. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic. So anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
The first down throw for Hackenberg. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
This is the running back, Powell. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. 4-6 defense, they were daring him to run the football. They ran it. A little football 101. Take us through what the 4-6 defense is, Charles.
So what you're trying to do with your big defensive front is cover the interior offensive lineman, the center, and the 2 guards, and make it difficult if you even want to think about running the ball inside. If you can control them, that allows the linebackers and the safeties to run free and get to the ball carriers. And that play worked really well. No gain.
To throw, Hackenberg. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups. And they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
So it's a second missed field goal here in this first half. He'll have to think about that going forward. Maybe time for a little soul-searching as well.
Yeah, the head coach might be looking towards the heavens because you wonder if this will affect the fourth down decision-making going forward. If you get 4th and 3, 4th and 4, situations that used to be calls for the kicker might get a second thought.
Here's a carry for a former starter. This is T.J. Yeldon. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Decent chunk of yardage still left here, 2nd and 7. They'll come out in the pistol.
Green 39! Green 39!
Allen firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. 70 yards. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And New York set to take the field. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
Let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Watch it, over!
They start this with a run for Powell. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Cuts it out to the sideline. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll go as a gain of 12. And that leads to a New York first down. And the defense definitely showing blitz here.
Let's go. Green, 39. Leopard.
In motion, Anunwa.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Back 99, Philly. Here we go.
The play clock's running down. They go again with Powell. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout. They'll come out in the pistol. Second down, Hackenberg. Letting one go deep for Anunwa. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Here we go. Blue, 90. Leopard. Back 99, Philly. Here we go.
From the gun, it's Hackenberg surveying the field. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this kick will be touched down as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. A first down carry now for Yeldon. And he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Their dangerous wide receiver with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. And he's able to put it through. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
First and 10, Hackenberg. And Anderson's got it. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision. And receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
To throw is Hackenberg. He's got his man on the crossing route. It's a pickup of 19, and it's a first down for the Jets.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Hackenberg on first down. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, second down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Here we go. Here we go.
Throwing again, Hackenberg on 2nd and 10. Dumps off to Powell. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves and sticks.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him. It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete.
Let's go. All right, man. Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Leopard. What's the edge?
On second down, Hackenberg again. His throw caught at about the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Their big tight end from 17 yards out. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. Now Folk for the extra point. He's got it, and the score's now 27-14. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. Penalty marker is down here. And Charles, this is one of those inexcusable special teams penalties, an out-of-bounds kickoff.
Pressure, pressure, pressure. Sometimes errors occur because of situations.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Now Allen. Complete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
My high school coach John Ford used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws it to double.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Larry Ridley. He's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. On the return, this is Denard Robinson. He'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. After the penalty, it's Yeldon. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. It's a gain of 3, and it sets him up with second and just 2 yards to go.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line. Second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Offense in a good spot here, 2nd and 2. Allen. He's got time. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The 6th overall pick in 2015, Leonard Williams, in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. So a big sack on 2nd down. Now let's see what the offense has in store for 3rd. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Here's Brad Nortman now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And it's taken in at the 9. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Jets take possession. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Powell. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Dante Fowler just made a play that he could be really proud of there. Nice tackle for loss, and what a relief it is for him to be back on an NFL field after missing his entire rookie season with a knee injury.
I think the entire defensive unit is relieved that he's out there. Here's Powell. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
So much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
They come out here in the eye. A 1st down throw for Hackenberg. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Hackenberg. They'll roll him out right. Now he's going to... It's caught at the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Their big-bodied receiver with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jets are able to make this a close game again. And the lead will shrink to 6. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And there's a flag on the field. And out of bounds there on the kick. T.J. Yeldon, and he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Really held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
He'll look to throw toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion. To throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Marquise Lee, the intended target. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Brad Nordman now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
2nd and 5, and they're definitely showing blitz here.
No. Check, Patriot. Here we go. Blue, landed.
They run with Powell, and he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
And you would have to think an obvious passing situation here on 3rd and 9.
No. Check, Patriot. Here now. Blue, landed.
On 3rd down, Hackenberg. That one complete to Anderson. And he's able to get up here to the 26. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And this ball is going to be touched down just shy of midfield. The Jaguars getting set to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he's brought down after a good gain. The gain of 39 that time.
T.J. Yeldon's not afraid to drop a shoulder or run through some tackles, is he?
Not at all. I learned it in his high school days in Alabama, then, of course, stayed in state to play at Alabama. He could do that there.
And what I think is best about him, and when he's really on top of his game, when he's a little bit lighter, a little bit quicker.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. And I know it's hard in live action, but you've got to keep your hands away from the face. That's a 15-yard penalty.
You work on it all the time, making sure your target area is lower and trying to keep your hands away from the face mask so you don't get the big penalty.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Another pistol look here. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Their dangerous wide receiver. His third touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Jaguars add on to their lead.
Here we go now. Leopard.
Try and throw for it. That's caught at the 1. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. New York set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
Back line it up, Philly. Here we go.
Hackenberg on 2nd down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our own?
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on to punt for New York. Well, they only had a yard to go. They try to pass the football. Defense blitz. Defense got there.
Yeah, I think on this one, this is probably good scouting, understanding a few tendencies, and figuring out that, hey, they may take a shot. They dialed up the pressure and got to him.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got to a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive.
Come on, let's go. 1, 9.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A huge play there for the Jets. 51 yards. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Hayes Pollard in there to get him for a loss of 5. Petty now. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Call it a gain of 13 yards on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. They're still in search of the 1st down after that last completion. So they brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
Good call.
Here's Petty. Hard throw, incomplete. The former Clemson Tiger, Sharon Peak, was the target. And that'll bring up 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's got a moonwalk. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Quincy Enunwa, 34 yards. And the Jets have made this a one-score game. On for the extra point is Folk. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And there's a flag on the play. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. To throw now on 1st down. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Bruce Carter coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. On the right side, caught by Green. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's got the hook up to Lee. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
He was trying to hit Rashad Green, and that'll make it 2nd and 10. 2nd down following the incompletion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They give them 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big 1st down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
And from the 9-yard line now, it's 1st and goal. They run. Robinson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Time is starting to run out, really becoming a factor. We'll see if the defense can get the stop they need to get the ball back to the offense. 2nd and goal to go now. Again, it's Robinson. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Call it a big loss of 10 there. And it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember.
Love the effort there. I mean, to get a field goal block in this situation because they knew what was going on. They give up those 3 points there. It's now a 2-possession game.
Yeah, that really changes the complexion here in the 2nd half, doesn't it?
It really does. And now you give your team more than a fighting chance and a little momentum. Terrific job by them setting the tone and picking up their defense.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. He'll look to throw, and that is incomplete. Here comes the D swarming to the line. They'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards there as they move the chains. They're going to hurry back to the line now. So they're on that play offensively. They ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leap.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Got a little handsy there, defensive holding, Charles.
And defenders will get away with as much as you will allow. The 5-yard mark tells the officials where the line should be drawn.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Now let's go. Leopard. No. Check. Patriot. I got it. Over.
Back to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Set. 3-19. Watching now, Barney.
incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on third down.
Here we go now. Green, gone, 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 gone. Leopard, Leopard. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56.
He's back to throw. And the third down pass falls incomplete.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on fourth down.
All right, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56. No, check, Patriot, Patriot. Gone, 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 gone.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's got a noon one. That'll be a pickup of 29 yards there. And they're able to move the chains as they convert on fourth and long. So the offense has it first and 10.
Now let's go. Leopard, Leopard. Leopard, Leopard. Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
Petty now. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Back 99, Philly, here we go.
Here's Petty. And Anderson's got it. And he's brought down. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Back to throw again. And this is incomplete. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz.
Hey. All right, here we go. No. Check, Patriot, Patriot. Back 99, Philly, here we go.
He'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a third down. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on.
3 down. Hey, check, set.
And they'll send the tight end in motion.
Motion. Back 99.
They'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. He loses 5 full yards to bring up 4th. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
Back 99, Philly, here we go now. Over. Flare. Gone. Watch it now, Barney.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. This is one of those games where you hate that anybody has to lose. So many points, so many great offensive outputs.